Good afternoon, students. I hope you have completed chapter first, and now we are going to start chapter 2 of your NCERT book. And the name of the chapter is Inverse Trigonometric Functions. And you are well familiar with the trigonometric functions as you have read trigonometric functions in the previous class, and for this we try to understand the introduction of inverse trigonometric functions. We know that inverse of a function f, and which is denoted by inverse of a function f, and which is denoted by f inverse, and this inverse of the this function f exists if the function f is 1 1 and onto. But there are many functions which are not 1 1 and onto or both, and therefore we cannot talk about their inverse. But in the previous class we have discussed that trigonometric functions are not 1 1 and onto over the natural domains and ranges, and hence their inverses do not exist. But we shall study in this chapter about some restrictions on domains and ranges of trigonometric functions which ensure the existence of their inverses, and we can also observe their behavior through graphical representation. It means there are some restricted range and domain intervals in which the inverse of trigonometric functions exist, and for those restrictions of domain and ranges we will study about the inverse of trigonometric functions. First of all, we look through the different types of trigonometric functions. We know that sine function, and we write sine function from r to -1 and 1, and which is the closed interval -1 to 1. And similarly cos function from r to, this is also from -1 to 1. And tangent function tan from r minus x such that x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2, where n belongs to z, to real numbers. And similarly sec, the trigonometric function sec is defined as the function from r minus x such that x is equal to 2n plus 1 and pi by 2, where n belongs to z, to r minus open interval -1 to 1. And cotangent function, cot from r minus x such that x is equal to n pi, where n belongs to z, to the set of real numbers, and cosecant function cosec is defined as r minus x such that x is equal to n pi, where n belongs to z, and to r minus closed interval minus 1 to 1. These are the trigonometric functions we have studied in the previous class, but in this chapter we have to study about inverse trigonometric functions. And in the last chapter we have studied the function f from x to y. If the function f from x to y such that fx is equal to y is 1 1 and on to, then we can define a unique function g from y to x such that g of y is equal to x, where x belongs to capital X and y is equal to fx for all where y belongs to capital Y. We can say that the domain of G is the range of f, and the range of G is equal to domain of f. Domain of G is equal to range of f, and the range of G is equal to domain of f, and in this way the function G is called the inverse of f. G is called the inverse of f, and we write G is equal to f inverse. And we also know that G is also 1 1 and on to. G is also 1 1 and on to, and this implies G inverse is equal to f. G inverse is equal to f because we know that it is inverse of f inverse, and which is equal to f. It means f inverse and composite function of f inverse and f of x is equal to f inverse of fx, but fx is y, then we can write f inverse y, and which is x. And also composition function of f and f inverse y is equal to f of f inverse y, and which is f inverse y is x, then we can write fx, and which is y. Now we know that the domain of sine function is the set of all real numbers and range is the closed interval -1 to 1, and we want to restrict its domain to -π/2 to π/2. It means we can write the function f from -π/2 to π/2 to the closed interval -1 to 1. We know that the range could be any of the intervals. We can take the range -3π/2 to -π/2. We can also take -π/2 to π/2, or we can also take π/2 to 3π/2, and so on. Now we get a branch of the function sine inverse, and the branch with range -π/2 to π/2 is called the principal value branch. But whereas other intervals as range give different branches of sine inverse, the inverse function sine inverse. And we can write sine inverse, but we see that we have to interchange the range and domain. Therefore the inverse function will be and we can write sine inverse from -1 to 1 to -π/2 to π/2, and we can also write sine inverse x. Sine inverse x is equal to x if -1 is less than equal to x and is less than equal to 1, and if minus pi by 2 is less than equal to x is less than equal to pi by 2. It means if we write y is equal to sine inverse x, y is equal to sine inverse x, then we can write x is equal to sine y, or sine y is equal to x. Now in the next video we will discuss about the graph of sine function and the graph of trigonometric functions and the inverse trigonometric functions. Thank you, students.